Alright fellas, today we're gonna work in this Manitowoc icer machine. I have a work order here to clean this machine, and I don't see a lot of videos with maintenance with these machines online. I still learning on that machines, but it's not that complicated. I'm gonna try to make a video to explain to you guys step by step how to clean, how this machine works. This video may can help someone else. All right guys, this is the way the machine looks like when you open. Was making ice, and I just stopped to show you guys. This is the corking, and I'm gonna remove that just to show you guys how the ice was built in here. You guys can see how the pattern on the ice is not uniform. This is the water comes from here. Here is the water pan that is completely dirty. You can see there, it's broke, it's dirty, had a lot of sedimentation there. And this is a coil. When you start the machine, that pump, the water pump, pumps water on this pan, and that pump until hit that sensor. That sensor is the level sensor, and that pump starts to pump up and come out of this and just run on this coil, and this coil starts to freeze, make the ice. When this sensor identifies the ice is hard already, the machine is gonna go to the harvest mode, and this ice is gonna fall on the bin like this. But look how dirty it is, and like on this portion the water is not running correctly, and you see like the ice is not a block. I had some portions here that doesn't even have ice built up. I'm doing a harvest mode, and you guys are gonna see how the ice comes out of the coil now. The coil starts to get warm, and the ice starts to melt a little bit. You guys can see here, and it has a air pump back there that pumps air and make the ice go out of the coil. Here we go. Okay, we took the bottle panel off, and now we're gonna need to take the level sensor. You see how these things get dirty and oxidated by the water, and this makes sometimes the machine goes to a safe mode because this can't identify the water level, and we're gonna clean those too. Screws is out. I'm gonna remove the first portion of the water corking, and this is a little bit hard to remove with one hand. We're gonna need to have a screwdriver over here and drops on the floor. Nice. But look at here. This is okay. The way that I clean here, I spray with like hot water and scrub with this sponge to take out this sedimentation. But on the end, we're gonna run a clean cycle that is automatic from the machine. Look at that. And last thing we're gonna do is melt all this ice out and put a new clean ice on here. Okay, the first clean is done here. some of those marks never leave because it's built up with time. But I remove all that thing that is here. That thing is not gonna leave because it's built up with the time. Another thing that is essential you guys clean is this sensor, the ice thickness probe sensor, because this can make your machine stop if it's dirty here. I'm gonna explain you why late. All the moving parts is clean, and we're gonna put all back. I'm running the machine clean cycle with the product that is supposed to be used on that. I'm putting the water level sensor back. You just plug back in and it has a hole there. You lift all the way until you hear a click and it's ready. Now we're gonna put those back. The same thing until you hear a click. And this one had this lip here that you need to put it on here, right on the middle, and go all the way until you also hear a click, and putting these screws back. Now this is very important. Put your ice thickness probe back and check if it's free, because sometimes these cables can bend it, and this has this screw that is need to be in the right position to this probe identify how thick is the bridge from the ice, and make sure it's free. And put the pan back. We're gonna need to order a new pan to this store because one of the lips here is broke. This is supposed to click in here and hold it. We're gonna need to order a new one. Now you put the curtain back, and we are running a machine clean cycle now. Okay, the product that we use to clean is the ice machine. This cover from the brand and removes all the dirty and deposits from the ice machines, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. You open this. It's hard to do with one hand. Be careful. I am not using gloves, but this is a little bit strong to the skin, and this is the clean cycle button, and it's gonna start putting water from there to here, and when this starts putting water, it's gonna take the clean cycle is gonna take 31 minutes, and when it's time to put the product, it's gonna show here. I took the panel off to show you guys how this works. You see, like the water pump, it started to fill this with water, this pan with water, and this water started to run from here. I'm gonna show you guys how it's running now with everything is clean. When the water hits that sensor, it starts to come out up there and runs all the way to the coil. What I do now is, like I put in here, we're gonna melt that ice, no worries. I'm gonna put them there, half of the bottle. We're not there yet. Yeah, half of the bottle, and let the clean cycle finish. This pan is falling because the weight of the water. Nothing that we can do until we order a new one. But you see how this works. and the solution is there. The water is being pumped up to here and running all the way to the coil, removing all the build-up dirty that is there. Everybody said it's not necessary, but I like to grab my brush and come here in the coil while the clean cycle is running, and just to make sure. Here the water was already poured on that pan, and the machine is on the pre-chill now. T3 and T4 is going to come down to a lower temperature so that coil can freeze, and when the water starts to run there, it starts to freeze the water to produce ice. And when this get in a sort of lower temperature, the machine is going to change to freeze mode. See, like now T3 and T4 is really low in temperature, and the machine turns to freeze. The water is running to that coil, and it's going to run for probably 10 minutes now. After 10 minutes, this is going to change for harvest mode, because the ice probe thickness sensor is going to detect the water is getting hard by the hertz, and this is going to jump and it's going to turn the machine to harvest mode. Okay, we're still in the freeze cycle here, and as you guys can see, the hertz is going up, up. And T3 and T4 temperature is pretty low. You can hear the ice here, and in any moment this machine is going to go to the harvest mode. You can see the hertz is coming up. So the machine is going to harvest mode now, and T3 and T4 is when I start to warm up, and that coil will be hot enough to melt the ice, and the air pump is gonna pump the ice out of the coil. You can get a soda, but no ice yet.
Yeah. What did it last time?
The ice is start to coming out of the coil now, and that door is gonna open slowly as it's doing now. Some water will drip there. And finally the ice. I'm gonna fill the bin. And because it's gonna get stuck here, because we need to change this pan, but this is the cycle. And now it's gonna start all over. And this is basically the way this machine works. If you have any question, leave in the comments, and I can do another video show your question. If you like, subscribe to my channel, and we're gonna have more videos like this.